Bible story. Once, a teacher of the law stood up to test Jesus. "Teacher," he asked, "what must I do to inherit eternal life?" "What is written in the law?" Jesus replied. "How do you read it?" The man answered, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself." "You have answered correctly," Jesus replied. "Do this, and you will live." But the man wanted to justify himself, so he asked Jesus, "And who is my neighbor?" In reply, Jesus said, "A man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho when he was attacked by robbers. They stripped him of his clothes, beat him, and went away, leaving him half dead. A priest happened to be going down the same road, and when he saw the man, he passed by on the other side. So too, a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he traveled, came where the man was, and when he saw him, he took pity on him. He went to him and bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he put the man on his own donkey, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. The next day he took out 2 denarii and gave them to the innkeeper. 'Look after him,' he said, 'and when I return I will reimburse you for any extra expense you may have.'" Lesson to learn. The parable of the Good Samaritan teaches us several important lessons. Love beyond boundaries. The Samaritan helped someone who was considered his enemy. This teaches us to love and show compassion to all people, regardless of their background or our differences. Action over belief. The priest and the Levite were religious figures who failed to act. The Samaritan, who was despised by Jews, acted with compassion. True faith is demonstrated through our actions. Compassion and mercy. The Samaritan's actions show that mercy and compassion should guide our interactions with others. We should be willing to help those in need without expecting anything in return. Neighbor defined by actions. Jesus redefines neighbor not as someone who lives near us or is like us, but as anyone in need whom we have the ability to help. Being a neighbor means taking action to care for others. Selfless giving. The Samaritan gave his time, resources, and money to help the injured man. This teaches us the value of selfless giving and the impact it can have on others' lives. By following the example of the Good Samaritan, we learn to embody kindness, mercy, and love in our daily lives, treating everyone we encounter as our neighbor. Please like, comment, follow, and share.